Hi, thanks very much for clicking on the video link. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution, and today is Marketing Monday. I hope you're getting your week started off right, thinking about practice development, marketing, and entrepreneurship for your mediation or arbitration practice. Got my beverage of choice today. It's a little cafe mocha for me. A little bit hot, but still really, really good. All right, today we want to talk about why your mediation practice needs a mobile friendly website. This is one of those questions that I get asked quite frequently by clients. They want to know if I would take some time, look at their website, offer some advice about content, layout, accessibility issues, forms, online calendars, all of these different kinds of things. And those are all really, really important. But one of the things that is most important is to have a website that is mobile friendly. Because let's face it, most of us are on our phones probably more hours every day than we should be. But that includes doing a lot of business, emails, texting, looking at calendars, doing research, etc. So before I get started on this particular topic, be sure that you say hello in the comments. I love to know who's watching. Drop me a line, say hello, let me know where you are. And also, as I'm talking, if you have questions or concerns or requests or ideas for future videos, be sure you let me know. I love the interaction, really, truly. Love to know who's watching. Drop me a line, say hello, let me know where you are. And also, as I'm talking, if you have questions or concerns or requests or ideas for future videos, be sure you let me know. I love the interaction, really, truly. All right, so let me turn on the chat here and let's get started. So again, this is just the digital age. We all know it, we all accept it, and we all have smartphones at the ready. And smartphones are so much more than just a camera, which is what most of us use them for, or to look at your calendar or play online games, or use the fancy calendar apps, etc. We use them to watch videos and listen to podcasts, and we also use them very, very often to do research, whether we're curious about something that's around us, something that we looked or heard about, on the news. But we do a lot of business research on our smartphones. And this is why it's so important to have a mobile friendly website. Sure, you can order a pizza. That's pretty easy. Look at the way their website functions. Look at the flow of the website. You can find a soulmate. Absolutely. Lots of people do that these days. Again, look at the way the website moves, how it allows for space, how they stagger the content out, how it is easily searchable. And of course, people use their smartphones to find mediators like you. So having a website that is flexible, and I mean flexible like a willow tree kind of flexible, it's really one of those things that's not negotiable in 2024 and moving forward. Um, we know from various studies that more than 50% of web traffic comes from mobile devices. So more than half of your potential clients are looking at your website on a smartphone, and they're either saying, "How do I book your services?" or "How do I book it out of this website?" Those are sort of the two responses you are going to get. So we want to be sure that it is the first, "How do I book your services?" And I think that that is primarily answered by the first impression that a potential client gets of your website. We say all the time, don't judge a book by its cover, but we do. We choose wines based on the labels. We buy books based on covers. We read articles based on titles. We judge services based on the home pages of websites. So you want to be sure that your first impression on your website is a really, really good one. And if your site takes longer than it takes for me to honestly cross the road, then you've lost those people. So that first impression is super important. And I see in the comments that Nikki Safavi has joined Marketing Monday. Hi, good morning, Nikki. So glad you could join me. If you haven't previously watched a Marketing Monday, then you won't know that Nikki Safavi and her company, Case Manager Services, Inc., is a frequent sponsor of Marketing Monday. So let me give a shout out for Case Manager Services, Inc. If you need help with the convening of your cases or customer service, be sure that you give casemanagerservicesinc.com a call. Thanks for watching and participating, Nikki. All right, the fourth point on my outline is that having a mobile experience, having a mobile friendly website, it's like being a good mediator. It's approachable, it's easy to communicate with, and it doesn't escalate challenges, right? It makes everything easier. And so this digital equivalent of your approachability, that's really what we're going for here. And then of course is SEO, search engine optimization. And Google loves mobile friendly websites. Super important. So, how do you make your website more mobile friendly? Well, I think the easiest thing to do is to start with that in mind, since we know that the majority of people use their phones to do research and conduct business. We want to start there. So the first thing you want to do is open up the back end of your website. If you didn't design yours, ask your web designer to do this and make sure that your website is specifically designed and friendly for the mobile user. You can always scale up to larger screens, but bringing things down to size is much more difficult. So instead, start with the small, and then as devices and screens get bigger, your website will get bigger and be accommodated in that way. So having that responsive design. You can use a template. There are lots of templates available, Squarespace, Wix, etc., that are very specific to mobile users, being mobile friendly. And then again, they scale up for various other devices by optimizing images, by minifying code, which is kind of a funny word, but it's one that I happen to really like, minifying code, and then leveraging browser caching. And those are just some ways that your website can really be optimized for mobile friendly engagement. And one of the other things that's kind of an old-fashioned idea is Flash. So if your website is still using Flash, that might be something that you want to rethink right now, because it can really hinder user experience on a mobile device. You can replace Flash with other kinds of engagement. You can optimize your images and your media with links for YouTube and other kind of video and movement, but a Flash is not the best way to go. You can also optimize your website for mobile engagement by controlling the layout on mobile browsers through viewport meta tags. And if you are the one who's designing yours, you want to search your back end management system for meta tags and then optimize those meta tags. You also want to be sure that you've got the correct fonts and button sizes. And I know this is one of those strange things to think about, but think about how you engage. Again, ordering a pizza or listening to a podcast or shopping or all of those kinds of things that you use your mobile phone for. Think about what frustrates you. And one of the things that's really frustrating is when a website puts too many links too close together, or the font is too small, or there's too much serif and all of the words sort of merge together in a big haze, right? So think about the spacing of your buttons, how big they should be. Are they easily clickable with somebody who's got big fat thumbs like me? Or is it going to be a challenge and frustrate me and then I just leave your site because I don't enjoy the engagement? And again, fonts, nice, clean fonts. So simplifying that font size and the buttons, I think, is really important. It's also really important to simplify the navigation. A streamlined navigation menu that's really easy to use on a small screen is absolutely key. So really review your navigation, the way in which people move through your website from page to page or from link to page or link to, offsite. Think about all of those things. And then you want to be sure that the the elements that you're using are clickable, have enough space between and amongst them, again, so that you don't avoid the accidental clicks, which again is one of those challenges for those of us who are of a certain age and need reading glasses on a small screen, or for those of us with clumsy thumbs. You don't want to put the links or the buttons or the navigation prompts too close together. Give us plenty of space so that we don't get those accidental clicks to the wrong thing or the wrong page. And then again, you can optimize images and media. I think this is important because the media really does help us speak to our clients or our prospective clients, and we want to take great advantage of that. But you want to ensure the compatibility of those video files or those graphics so that it's a very seamless user experience, so that it doesn't take forever to load, so that it's not too difficult to navigate. So really think about how you can optimize images and media for that mobile friendly experience. And then of course, testing. Test, 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 test. And engage your family, engage your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, your fellow congregants, anybody who's got opposable thumbs and a smartphone. Ask them to log onto your website and click the buttons and report back to you what their experience was. Was it smooth? Was it seamless? Was it easy to follow? Did it get them the answers that they needed? Did they feel like they were truly able to get information and engage with you from a smartphone or from a mobile device? So test, test, test. Every time you make an edit, first thing you do, refresh your browser on your phone and look and see and click, 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 test, test, test. All right, so that's pretty much it. I think by following these really pretty basic steps, you can create a website that is accessible, that is user friendly, and is optimized for mobile devices, and take advantage of the fact that more than half of our prospective clients to a mediation are looking at our information from a smartphone. And if you want your mediation practice to thrive in this smartphone era, it's really time to embrace the small screen and make your website mobile friendly. If you do, I think you'll watch your client list grow. All right, that is it for me today, Monday. I hope you enjoyed Marketing Monday. I look forward to seeing your comments, answering your questions. Let me know how it goes. That's it for me. Take care. Be good humans. Bye bye.